The theme of this video is studying and working in a globalized world. Due to globalization, the world constantly becoming smaller. You can say like a village, because you can get information from people all over the world and everybody knows the news from the whole world. Furthermore, it is easier to spend some time in a foreign country for educational reasons. For example, during one's time at school or as a part of studies at a university or vocational training.
Now something about the Generation Y. Characteristic is that they are mostly well educated and familiar with digital and electronic technology. When they are looking for a job, their advantages are that they are good at using technology, they are very ambitious at work, they are motivated to be independent and sometimes plan to create own companies. Often they are mobile and flexible. But their disadvantages are that they overestimate themselves and often many people compete for one job so that other jobs get neglected. But if they don't want to depend on somebody, there are too many competing companies. When young job seekers are looking for a job, they need certain soft skills and key qualifications. At first, the social skills, that means they need to be cooperative, communicative, and be able to work in teams. Second, the individual skills that include self-improvement, self-reflection, taking responsibility, being flexible, and mental and physical fitness. Third, the methodological skills, that means structural thinking, analytical thinking, the ability to learn, and strategic skills. Last, the professional skills that include IT skills, general and expert knowledge, and foreign languages.
First, I explain general advantages and disadvantages of the internet, and second, I explain the possibilities, advantages, and risks when you looking for a job of social media. One advantage is that you have, due to the internet, access to a lot of information. This is very helpful in your job or in school. Searching the internet with Google, you can find everything you want. You can also do shopping using the internet. You need only to select what you want, fill in some forms and click OK. Moreover, you can transferring money and it's more faster than going to the bank. Another important advantage of the internet is email. But one disadvantage of the internet is that radiation emitted by a computer screen is harmful to eyes. And another disadvantage is cybermobbing. Many people use Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Snapchat, and typical teens bully others on these social media sites. The possibilities of the internet when you're looking for a job are, for example, that there are often special networks that are industry specific and related to work and business. And you can easily create a professional profile for yourself that can easily viewed by interested companies. Furthermore, the job opportunities are more diverse today and you can also search for a job in other countries. The advantage which results from the possibilities are that you have the opportunity to improve different skills, for example your English skill when you study abroad, and also blogs train creative and journalistic writing skills. Moreover, especially for young people who grow up with the medium internet can profit from school media. But there are more risks when you're looking for a job of social media. One risk is that the embarrassing photos and information about themselves, which many people publish in the internet, can also found by future employers and they can change their mind and you don't get the job. And one problem is that it is difficult to know exactly which content is private and more young people are spending the most of their free time online without thinking about the consequences.
Now I explained something about the student exchange. The advantages of student exchange are that they are the key to success of global economy. Furthermore, students get realistic experiences with the world beyond the borders, and they get to know new languages, cultures, and societies. They will get experience that will never be taken away, and it helps that people work together in bad times. The disadvantages are that student exchange seems to be only for wealthy students or pupils, and many of the young people don't see the use and think that they waste their time. Also, it's very expensive.
Due to the globalization, you can volunteer to use your time and skills to contribute to a community without receiving any payment, and an increasing number of people combine being a volunteer with spending some time abroad for humanitarian aid or teaching at a local school in a village. Or you can combine volunteering and sightseeing, this combination called volunteerism. Argument critics against this are that you only spend a short time in this country and you enjoy all benefits of an ordinary tourist, for example, staying in hotels, which is far above the living standard of the community they are helping while not being really prepared for the placements. Today, some major travel agencies also specialize in offering placements for volunteerists against payment.
In the past, English was the language of trade, education, administration, and communication. But today you can see English as a lingua franca because it has the world superpower status and is the language for international communication, but still not the most spoken language. Also, a lot of varieties of English exist in other languages.
22 countries of the European Union and the USA have a statutory minimum wage. Some of the arguments put forward in favor of the minimum wage are that prevents people from being exploited by employers and from having to rely on social benefits in order to make ends meet. In the UK, some companies voluntarily pay their employees a living wage instead of the legal minimum wage. Minimum wage is calculated in accordance with the development of the job market, and living wage is hourly rate calculated on the basis of the cost of living index. For example, food, drink, travel, cost of heating, water, and electricity. In 2008, the voluntarily paid living wage in the UK was £8.75, with the expectation of London where it is £10.20 due to higher costs of living. And there are the Living Wage Foundation, which is an organization in the UK which aims to persuade employers to pay a living wage.